I reckon we should start a thing. We should start the tour of
The
Tassie.
tour of Tassie Baptist.
Yeah, I think it should be an annual thing. We get a big bus and do the week.
Well, I wish everyone else could see what we've seen.
Yeah,
Like, it's so cool.
it's why we're working on the videos like we are. But the videos will give you just a snippet. Like it's the people and their hearts and yeah.
Yep, it's incredible. That's for sure.
But we've got to find somewhere to stop the car and eat the food, and then we'll see you at Lenah Valley.
We set out in the morning light, the road ahead unrolled, stories in the steeples, in the hearts that still hold. It started down in Perth town in the Gibson family's prayer. Since the 1850s, grace has echoed everywhere.
Well, I'm Chris French, and I've been here since its inception, really. Yeah.
Which was?
Well, it started with the Sunday school, so that was 1948, and I wasn't quite 5, so work that out for me.
So I joined the church out here not long after. Well, there was 3 chaps. There was Russ Holly, the pastor's son, and Len Harvey and I, standing outside the church on the footpath just talking after the morning service. And Reverend Holly came up and said, you and you teaching Sunday school at Lenah Valley next week. Oh, are we?
But in those days you didn't sort of question it, you just did it.
Yeah.
See Mr. Laurie at 2 o'clock in the community hall.
I think that's great. We should reinstitute that sort of authority for pastors. Now, one of the questions we're asking everybody is what you love about your church.
I think it's the people.
It's definitely the people and the love that they have, not only for the Lord, but for each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, the church, it's had its ups and downs like every church, but we've come through and we've weathered all that. And, no, I just think you just feel so much part of the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's this, Morris?
Well, Laurie Rouston and I wrote this book in 2 years ago.
Yeah, so 23.
And it was because we were coming up with celebrating 75th anniversary of the church at Lenah Valley. That was from the time the Sunday school opened.
There was a point, probably almost 20 years ago, possibly, where this church decided to connect with the Mornington church.
Yeah, we were a fairly smaller group then. We'd lost a lot of people, and we thought, no, it's harder to survive and meet all the regulations you've got to comply with these days. So we thought, why don't we just become a congregation of Mornington?
And so what was that like? Because for some of our smaller churches, I guess that's one option that would be available to them. What was that whole experience like?
Well, we explained it to I was an elder at the time, and we explained it to everyone here. And well, some people weren't keen.
Some people said if it happens, we will leave.
But they didn't, and now they're
few.
still very keen.
Yeah.
So it took a while to come to grips in the people's minds. And a small church couldn't really, even though we had a pastor, Paul Kerrison, at the time, it was becoming harder to get enough people in leadership to run an effective church.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, there's more strength in joining up with a bigger group.
Now, I guess almost 20 years after that, what are your reflections on the partnership?
I think it's going very well. And I think technology helped at the time.
Yeah.
Because when we joined, we were sharing pastors with Mornington, and they'd be here some weeks and then at Mornington and so on. But I think the technology and linking the two churches together, so we have one service and one sermon and everything, was a great help. And that came in just before COVID, when we had to shut down a lot.
Yeah, so the timing for us was amazing.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. In addition to that, you played a pivotal role in our third congregation. Tell us about the connection with Paul Ray.
Yeah, we heard, I forget secondhand somehow now, that there was a group meeting out in the northern suburbs of Hobart. They were meeting in Paul Ray's garage under his house, and we were upgrading our seating here. So we said, oh, we won't need the old seats, you come and we'll bring them out to you. They sort of outgrew the garage, and I said, I talked to the other leaders and said, how about we invite them to use our building on Sunday afternoon, because it's not being used on Sunday afternoon, and that's what we did. Yeah, I mean, now we join the third Sunday of the month, and it's great. Yeah, real encouragement.
I don't know how to communicate to people just how significant the Nepalese congregation is for us.
They're incredible.
No, they've really...
And they could teach us an awful lot.
And their enthusiasm for the Lord, and it's really great to see.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's great to hear them sing in Nepali, and we're singing in English, the same well-known older hymn.
Yes.
And
they are just so friendly. And it shows, doesn't it?
This room wasn't part of the original church.
No.
Oh, it was the last room built.
That's stage 4.
This is stage 4 we're sitting in.
Yeah.
I'm grateful you did, because this is where I work on a Wednesday. Yeah. Walk around and get a sense of the building. Because Morris, you've been involved really from the early days, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, you were here when the building was built?
First built.
I
was a deacon in the church when the original hall, this place, was built.
So this is the current front of the church.
We tried to get approval to add to the building. We thought, we've got no hope because of council parking requirements. But the council approved it, providing we do not provide parking.
If we come through the doors, so this is our entranceway. This is Hugh and Pine, is it?
Yes.
So this is the Barrington connection. The Lower Barrington have Hugh and Pine doors. We've got a Hugh and Pine sign.
Yeah.
Because one of the things people may not understand is that the French name and Baptists goes us almost synonymous, and certainly at Lower Barrington. None of this was here, and this is the new auditorium.
Yes.
Which evolved over a number of years.
See up there, that timber strip we added the second stage was a hall on the front. When during Hans Boehm's time we ran out of space, we had to move out of the original church at the back into this hall, which was bigger, and we tried 2 services and they didn't work, and then we realised, no, we've got to make this bigger. So we pulled down the side wall through here, and we did all that with our own labour and a few contracts.
And this was originally 2 areas for Sunday school.
2 rooms.
Yes, 2 rooms before it was added on.
So now we've got so both congregations use this, and at the moment we've got a display of art from Ukraine in here.
Yeah. Well, we've got a Baptist church with 2 baptistries.
Okay, we think we may be the only church that has 2 baptistries.
In case there's a rush, there's one under the stage up there, and there's one in the original building.
The TV up here is what enables us to do services together.
Yes. And the service comes through really well and clearly, and no problems at all.
And so sometimes I'll be here preaching and people at Mornington will be watching, and sometimes I'll be over at Mornington preaching and people here are watching.
That's right. And the band alternates too.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes the band are on this stage and we're singing over at Mornington, and vice versa.
Yeah, it seems to work well.
Yeah, it's been an experiment the whole way, but it's working.
Yeah.
One of the things I've discovered is every Baptist church has a kitchen.
That's right.
Ours was a very pokey kitchen to start with. It's still not large, but it was very, very pokey.
Here we come to one of the most remarkable auditoriums I've ever seen in my life.
Turk Bolt was the architect, and he said the front part is in a parabola shape. He said, because you never use the front corners of a church building, because the pastor or whoever's speaking is in the centre and people are out in front of it.
I think we could seat in the very hard pews, wooden pews, I think we could seat 58?
56.
56.
Wow.
Or
And then
40.
at the front we had a raised platform and the pulpit, and in front of that the choir was seated. When the church was full, I guess there were nearly 70
Probably.
Wow.
there. And for baptisms, we turned the church around because the baptistry is in this corner.
Okay, so the dunk tank is just down here. Now, I've got one question we've been asking everybody too, is over the years, as God's been at work at Lenah Valley, what do you think he's been trying to teach the people of Lenah Valley? What do you think are the lessons that have become part of the Lenah Valley congregation's DNA?
I think that we're part of a wider congregation and part of a wider Christian congregation within Hobart, within the Baptist churches here. We've always had quite a relationship with the Baptist churches, particularly in the south.
We originally were an offshoot of Hobart Baptist Church.
Yes.
And
As was South Hobart. And then, of course, when Moona closed, the folk from there mostly came here. It's, as I say, it's had its peaks and its valleys.
But this, so one of the things has been that this church has always been part of a bigger picture or a bigger story.
I think so.
yeah,
Well, that was nice.
That was. So that was Lenah Valley Baptist. I love Chris and Morris.
I can't. They've been such special.
I actually hadn't realised their connection with the Nepalese. That has never been told.
Really.
So I'm really looking forward to you putting that together.
And we were going to, at that point, film a video with Paul Ray, but his grandmother is in hospital and he wasn't able to make it, so we'll have to find another way to tell the Nepalese congregation story, because he really is one of my heroes. He was such a special guy. And they entered 3 different churches, including one at the refugee camp. But now we're heading for one of the church I have been looking forward to the whole trip, because I don't know much about Sandy Bay, except that the history with the Baptist Union has been complicated, but they also are the university church, and lots of people who've been to university have been to Sandy Bay Baptist.
Yeah.
So both those things are true, and I'm looking for, I think we're meeting Rendell and a couple of other people there who, Rendell Rich, who's been one of the long-term members at the church, and we'll get a sense of the story of Sandy Bay, and I'm really grateful that they were willing to be part of this adventure. And can you believe it? We've only got 2 churches to go.
It's a bit sad. I loved doing this road trip. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Like, so many special people, stories,
Yeah.
and I am so hoping so much that you've, watching these, have been able to catch some of the spirit. Like we said, we're not professional video people at all. And we've done our best, and we've just run out of storage on my phone, and we're going to use the backup of the backup,
And crawl, crawl over the what is the
we'll fall across the finish line.
fall across the finish line. That's it.
That's what it's going to feel like. There's all the bits and
But
pieces.
still important stories to tell, so I want to make sure we find a way.
Nice, yes, critical stories to tell, and I love that we get to finish with the campus that I spend the most time with at Sydney White, where my office is.
Yeah.
I get to tell you that story, but first, like I said, but my head is full. Like, I don't know where to which church to feel most excited about that we've met, but I am excited about leading the guys at Sandy Bay.
From Hobart up to Launceston, through Devonport and Burnie Sound, we're tracing lines of faithfulness in every country town. This road we share is paved with grace, footsteps of the faithful in every place. Through years gone by and those to come, the church still sings the kingdom drums. Hope is rising, love runs deep, Tasmania's calling, and the promise we keep.
My name is Reginald Taylor, otherwise Reg, and I came here in 1973, was here till 78, returned to this pastorate in 88, and retired in 99. So I had a fairly long stint here.
And
Rendell Ridge, and I've been here since 1969.
so when was this church started?
It officially became a church in 1928, and out on Sandy Bay Road, the very first pastor on Saturday night was killed.
Oh, really?
He got off a train or tram or whatever, and his wife was telling him to be careful, there was a car coming, and you can imagine how fast it'd be going in 1928 or 31. I think it might have been 31. And yes, he was killed.
Wow.
Wainwright,
Yes.
Reverend Wainwright.
Really?
Just outside, on the wall, is the
Foundation.
foundation stone, and there was. I think one of the Soundies, ex-Lord Mayor Sir John, and a few others there. I think some of the members from the TAB got things going down here.
Yep.
In much the same way as a lot of the people from here got Taroona going.
Yes.
That type of thing.
Yes.
A couple of things which were before my time, but a couple of very prominent people had. I suppose we would call it an interim ministry. One was Edward Roberts Thompson, one of the Wynyard Table Cape Roberts Thompson.
Yeah.
And the other one was Rex Townley, whose brother was the Defence Minister.
Oh, wow.
And
Where are we sitting? What is this?
well, this is the side room. You'll see the plaque there in next month. No, 2 months. It'll be 90 years that this room was built free of debt.
What do you love about Sandy Bay Baptist Church?
Well, I'm a people's person, and I've always found the people over here very warm, very loving, very accepting. And that has stuck with me wherever I've been.
Having had the students, right from the beginning, we had heaps of students here, mainly because the university's only a jump down the road. And you know, they keep you on your toes.
Yes.
And it's great having them.
So it's been a shaping place for generations.
I'd say so. That's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And I'm still in touch with students from 40 years ago, Hong Kong, Malaysia.
Wow.
The other Sunday, not too long ago, about 3 months ago, somebody tapped me on my shoulder. And I looked around and I said, yes? She said, does the name Engwart mean anything to you? Oh, I said, I remember him very well indeed. And it just shows you now, he's married, he's in Malaysia, he's leading his own chapel in
Wow.
Malaysia.
Can you remember when you first came to Sandy Bay, what your impressions were?
Well, we came from an English church in southeast London, but I just transitioned from London to Sandy Bay, and I felt no difference, except that the congregation here was more English than the one I left behind.
We have been probably more united than ever before, and that just shows up week in, week out. You know, we just all get along together because I suppose some of those rebels from the past, and you're talking to one of them, sort of almost insisted on getting their own way, which is very sad, but you're never too old to learn, and here I am, 80, and I think I'm learning.
They live to learn, don't we?
Yeah. And I guess that leads to the next question we're asking everybody, would be, as two of the elder statesmen, if you don't mind saying that, of the Sandy Bay Baptist Church, what would your hope be for this church going forward? What would you love to see God do in this church going forward?
Well, I have to go spiritual here and pray that the people with whom we mix will be ready for when the Lord returns.
Yeah.
That would be my heart's desire, including myself.
Yeah, absolutely. That everybody would be ready for that fantastic moment when Jesus turns up again.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I would love to see is this place not being able to hold the number of people who are coming in to hear the word.
Yeah.
As Justin says regularly, we don't know why they're here, we don't know who will turn up, but let's be prepared to let them know what is required for their eternity.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
We came to a point here where we were bursting at the seams. We used to have chairs put down the aisle, chairs put at the back of the church, just because of the number of people. It was quite an experience to see so many people, so many baptisms with the students. It was quite incredible. And weddings and dedications.
Back in 1985, a young fellow proposed to one of the ladies here. She turned him down, and he came in on the Monday morning and set fire to the place. And probably from in the sanctuary, everything back there was destroyed.
Wow.
And I would say he took that very hard.
You get that impression, don't you?
For years upon years, we used to have our Wednesday evening meetings here in winter with just a little bar radiator. So gee, it used to be freezing. All of this out here was done as a result of the fire up until here. But then, that place over the back there, we bought that so that we could have access to build this. And but then we sold that to a charity, so that's been added on since.
So we've got a toilet block here, and it's like a preschool kind of.
Well, a creche and just a main room out there. Nothing fancy.
Every Baptist church in the state, there's not a lot of things they have in common, but they all have a kitchen.
Yeah.
And what it says is relationships, hospitality matters in Baptist churches.
Yeah. This is the vestry. And this is.
Has the auditorium always looked like this?
Yes, but you'll see here, you might have a better idea than me, but you'll see there's a change in the woodwork, probably from about here on.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything that was replaced.
Wow. And so there's a fake roof?
Fake roof there, yes.
Gosh, he really did a good job, didn't he?
Yes, they just sort of got rid of everything. And these pews were built by an ex-deacon and his brother.
Wow. They did it. I mean, they're remarkable.
Well, they're very solid.
Were the stained glass windows always part of the church?
Yes. Yes.
So tell me a bit about how the church experienced Reg's leadership when he was pastoring the church.
Well, I don't know whether I've ever told you that you were regarded as the pastor's pastor. And that's how people outside the church viewed him. He was just had a gift for being a pastor, and we treasured him.
Yeah.
Not just me, not just Margaret, but our 4 boys.
So much you can say.
Yeah. How many people have you loved over all these years?
The Lord knows.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a privilege to meet you and to catch a glimpse of your heart. I start to understand what he means about you being the pastor's pastor as I hear your heart. It is a gift to see someone who's been on the journey as long as you have. To be able to even just stop for a minute and just appreciate the legacy of a lifetime of service.
And I pray that this church will continue to glorify God in the preaching of the word.
Yes.
This is what, in the absence of a pastor, has been happening.
Yes.
And it's been to his praise.
Well, one church to go. We're recording, just so you know, in case you'd want to say anything.
Yeah.
We are a little tired.
We are. I shook Matt's hand.
As we were saying goodbye. Leanne shook my hand to say goodbye.
I did. And I was thinking, oh, whoops. But it was a nice warm hand. Thank you.
There's Randall and...
Yeah, there they are.
That was a special time.
It was. Yep.
So encouraging to be at Sandy Bay Baptist and hear a bit of the heart and the story.
Yep.
And the journey. And thank you for letting us into the traffic there. That was great. And I've never met Reg Taylor before, but he's obviously had a deep impact on hundreds and hundreds of people as the pastor from England of Sandy Bay, and I think probably other churches. But
and knows people, remembers people by name.
Yeah.
Like an amazing man.
Rendell called him the pastor's pastor, and you can see why. Yeah, he's far more pastor than I'll ever be.
Yeah, that was a special moment. Like, he was a special man.
Like, I was saying to him, but this time there have been 3 very special older men we've met.
Yeah.
Craig's dad and
Ted from Devonport.
I've heard it said that as you get older, your character shows through more. And so if you're a cranky person, you get more cranky. And if you're a kingdom person, you get more loving and open and beautiful, you know. So, and I think you can kind of see that.
Yeah.
There are 3 beautiful men who have served God their whole lives and who've had a profound impact. And they are spending their final years encouraging the next generation. It's just, yeah. That's been one of the special things about this journey.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we don't need to ask for instructions about how to get to the next place.
Yep, we're on our way home.
So,
to the family we know.
Yeah.
The church family we know.
That's right. When, of course, Lenah Valley is one of the church families.
Well, they are.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so but this is where my office is, and kind of the family home of the different congregations we get together at Mornington. I can't believe we've almost done it.
Yeah, we have.
We've ended up having to film on my iPad because we run out of storage. Which I don't know if we're going to have time to pick up a hard drive on the ones. There we go. But we are learning. It hasn't been perfect, but I hope you've been able to glimpse some of the heart of the Tasmania Baptist churches. And if you have, then I just, you'll hear me. I just keep going back to words like beautiful or heroic. Or, it sounds a bit corny, but I'm quite affected by what we've been saying and hearing. And they are beautiful people who love God and love their community. And
We have an incredible Baptist story in Tassie.
we really do.
No.
And I love, as I was saying, that the Sandy Bay Baptists were planted from Hobart, then they planted churches, or planted Taroona, and the Sheffield Baptist Church was planted from Perth and planted preaching stations all over the place, including Lower Barrington, which is continuing today. I love that the Baptist churches, when at their best, were a church planting movement. And I wonder whether we kind of need to rediscover that, some of that stuff. That focus of, Spurgeon's thing about where Baptists, it was the Gibson thing quoting Spurgeon, where Baptists cease to be aggressive, they die. That idea that where Baptists, I think he's really saying, when Baptists put their eyes on themselves, they die. When they look out and try and make a difference in the world and bring Jesus to the world, that's when they're alive. Anyway, the tighter I get, the more I'll preach, so I better stop.
I'm just like you, talking a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stop talking. We'll see you at Mornington.
Yeah, sounds good.
From Somerset's blue coastline to Yola's quiet view, each church a living story of what the Lord can do. This road we share is paved with grace, footsteps of the faithful in every place. Through years gone by and those to come, the church still sings the kingdom drums. Hope is rising, love runs deep, Tasmania's calling, and the promise we keep.
This is a bit awkward for me to ask this, but who are you, and how long have you been at this church?
Well, I'm Peter Collins, and we've been here since the last Sunday in November 2010.
That's right. And I'm Janine Collins, his wife, and I'm the responsible person for catering and hospitality.
Yeah. So where are we standing right now?
We're in the auditorium, which holds about
250 comfortably.
more than
The first question we're asking people is, what do you love about Citywide? What do you love about your church?
Well, it's outward looking, and that's important. It wants to see the gospel spread. I mean, lots of organisations can say they're outward looking, but it's got to involve Christ. Yeah.
So, Janine, what do you love about Citywide?
Well, I love the people and the friendliness and the really caring, supportive attitude. I know when we first came here on that first Sunday, I felt overwhelmed with the acceptance and the welcome, and I just felt this is the church for us.
Yeah.
As Peter said, we're outward looking and we're willing to step out of our comfort zone. And Matt has been encouraging us to understand our purpose and to step into it.
So this is, it is a big auditorium. It's nice. We've got fairly new carpet, which we're relieved about, because when I first came to the church, I was told there was a few things that needed to change quickly, and that the carpet, it wasn't quick, but we got it done.
It was getting to the point where it was perhaps dangerous. There were trip hazards and things like that. So
ordinarily you kind of start at the front door and work your way through, but this is a bit of a vision place for the church. You can't quite see the vision as you walk in. It's not yet a reality.
A youth space to where the camera's pointed now. It needs a lot of work still.
They'll have the access to the auditorium to play games if they want to, but we want to have a space designated for youth, and so we're put a lot of work in. And Pete personally, I've never done this before, so this is the first for me. Is it safe?
It is. It'll take my weight, so it'll take yours.
Don't know. Let's find out. This is the first for me. Brand new stairs, so that we can then take a lot of the precious assets of the church and put them up here. But now we have this whole storage space now made available. And some of the blokes in the church got together to build a staircase under Pete's direction.
I noticed on your tour that you and Leanne are doing that so often we've talked about the buildings, and the buildings are lovely. You know, there's a history involved. Some of them are surprising in their simplicity. Others have got fantastic quality buildings going on. And those hue and pine doors was it Sassafras or something?
Lower Barrington.
You know, I'd almost kill for them.
We've done a bit of work in here, but it's an auditorium. It does the job. It is used, and it's one of the biggest auditoriums on the Eastern Shore, so sometimes council and other people come and use it. This was the old bowling alley, and where we are standing now were the lanes where you'd sort of go bowl your bowl down that way. Well, we go to the cafe. Let's go this way.
This cafe lies under Citywide shares. We are with the Citywide, and we serve the people who come to the church as well as to the gymnastic here.
And the best chicken curry,
That's so generous of my pastor here, Matt. So he's always kind and generous with the words. So
no, well, it's not with the words. I like with the eating. I like the eating. Janine, we also do food here for people that need it. This is where a lot of your
Yes, pastoral care meals and sometimes events and that sort of thing.
In there, we've got a big gymnastics area, and we have about 1,200 kids through a week. To other storage rooms, and our kids area is in here. We've got our. Oh, we probably should remember to lock it. So in here, we once a week have a art group get together, and this is also our kids' space. And it's interesting. Sassafras have a sign about Jesus being the light of the world, and this is the first time I've seen this. This is fantastic. Kids are a priority for us at this church, and we'd love to have more of them, obviously, but this space is for our kids ministry and kids church. Tell us a bit about this backyard.
This has been an opportunity for the church for years. We've prayed about it over many years, about how best to use it. Do we sell it? Do we build on it? What do we do? There's a group of learned people in the congregation who are looking at having here housing for special needs, like disabled, special houses for disabled. There'll be a few that might be special houses for mums coming out of family abuse situations. It maybe is for younger people who are just getting out on their own. So we don't know for sure the exact details, but that's the sort of line we're looking at, where there are needs in the community that aren't being met, and we're in a position to do that.
This, Janine, what is it?
Well, it's an op shop with quite beautiful clothing for women, and it's been very, very successful.
And this is what is going to become one of the state officers, I guess, because that's just where my desk is going to be. This is Tim over here, he is our treasurer. Sorry to interrupt. Why do you work here, mate? Why do you come in and work here?
Well, to both be around to help talk with other members of the leadership team, and also because it's a good location to work, but I don't have to work from home.
Yeah. We intentionally want to create this place as a hub where anybody can come and work, and we're running out of space on some days, which is a good problem to have. If you ring me and hear noise in the background, it's because I'll be sitting here. This is my regular desk. We'll come through this way. There's Pastor Paul's desk and Pastor Dan's desk, and really our administration team here. Kylie manages our finances. Kylie is Matt Henderson's wife, who you met earlier over at Hobart Baptist Church. And Agnes and Jan and Virginia and Fiona, our state communications officer, is starting to work from here a bit. And Jess, this is often where Jess will work from, and it's like G1 will work from this desk too. Jess manages events here. G1 is the administrator for the Nepalese congregation and their community outreach things. Through here,
This is our lounge. All sorts of different sort of meetings go on here, Bible studies or contact groups, or call them what you will. And it's turned out to be a well-used space.
And in here we've got we call it the boardroom for want of another name, but it's where we have meetings round tables. One of the things about our church is we took a choice a couple of years ago now to split the function of elders between elders and trustees.
Yep.
You want to just talk about that?
Right. Well, the elders are probably the more traditional idea of elders around most churches, but the trustees was certainly a new concept for me, and not many churches would use this. Basically, it's looking at government issues, safety, church administration. We've got people like the accountants and the engineers and people that are members of our congregation who have got real skills.
So it's been a bit of an experiment, splitting the two groups and having kind of two governance groups, one for the pastoral spiritual, one for the business strategic kind of stuff. Yep. But it seems to be working quite well.
Yeah. We for the first few months we felt our way a bit, but I think we're getting along really well and understanding what's our job and what's their job.
As I prepare to step into the state role, I think one of the things that helped me know God was in it is we just had a bunch of new people step into eldership and onto the trustees, and it feels like the weight of the church is getting carried by more people now.
There's an understanding in our church at the moment, and it's not just this congregation, it's also Lenah Valley and Levendale and the Nepalese community. There's an understanding that we all have roles to play, and it's not just the pastor or a select few that are expected to do things. Everyone pitches in.
This is the Bob Curé exhibition space, and it's got paintings by Isaac Ray. So I want to talk about both those people. Who was Bob Curé?
He was one of the original members of what was Eastern Shore Baptist Church, and has gone through a couple of name changes since. A lovely fellow who would be well known to the older members watching this video. He was on the ABC radio for years. And
the paintings that are there now are by Isaac Ray. Janine, who's Isaac?
Isaac is one of the Nepalese community, and he is a brilliant painter.
So one of the things I love is our connection with the Nepalese community. We talked to Morris and Chris about that earlier today. What do you think they give us?
Well, a different outlook and a more wider view, worldview look at just what they've been through, because many of them come from refugee backgrounds. They're just so easy to be around and loving and giving, and it adds a new dimension to our church community.
Yeah, absolutely it does. I should point out too that there's another room there that we lease out to Heather, who's one of our church members who does Pilates. This room that we kind of call the prayer room. we meet here every Monday morning for prayer to start the week that way, and also Sunday before the church service we meet here for prayer. Final question we've been asking everybody: what are your hopes for the church?
Certainly growing in numbers, that's always important, but more importantly probably is that we grow in our understanding and our commitment to Jesus and in obedience to his leadership of us.
Well, I think that I would like to see us as a church community grow deeper in our desire for ourselves, but especially those who don't even understand their need for Christ, that they will somehow, through prayer and interaction with us in different situations, that they will come to know Jesus as their Lord and Saviour and be able to live their lives the way he would want them to live.
Well, that's a wrap.
Unbelievable. It's kind of strange doing a tour of your own church, but
Yeah, nice way to finish though.
it is a nice way to finish. And according to the odometer, 1,138.4 kilometres. And I don't really have the words simply to sum up the time, except to say they're precious. I don't know, I'm finding superlatives, but it's been inspiring. Moving. There's a common heart, I think. I love all Baptist churches have kitchens and community spaces and
It's more than the buildings.
absolutely.
Like we just have met some amazing people. Some amazing people. And I think that's what I love the most.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like there is connections that are made that are going to be really important.
Absolutely. So looking forward to journeying with the people we've met more. Bit of a gift, really. This is a bit. You're finding using the word beautiful. That's it. Got to find other words, but it just feels like a really nice way to start the state leadership job. Like to get a sense for, as you and I travel around the state and turn up at churches and stuff, we'll know where we're going now.
And I'm looking forward to catching up with these people a bit more.
Yeah. Good. So thank you to everybody that made space for us this week.
Yeah.
And for you watching this, wherever you are, hope you've been able to catch a bit of a glimpse of the heart of Tassie Baptists, because they're a special mob.
Yeah.
And at the end of every video I've said to be continued. This series isn't going to be continued in the same way, but the story of Tassie Baptist is certainly to be continued.
Yeah. And here we go.
We set out in the morning light, the road ahead unrolled, stories in the steeples, in the hearts that still hold. It started down in Perth town in the Gibson family's prayer. Since the 1850s, grace has echoed everywhere. From Hobart up to Launceston, through Devonport and Burnie Sound, we're tracing lines of faithfulness in every country town. This road we share is paved with grace, footsteps of the faithful in every place. Through years gone by and those to come, the church still sings the kingdom drums. Hope is rising, love runs deep, Tasmania's calling, and the promise we keep. Like Penguin Smithton and the farms near Sassafras, the Spirit's voice still whispers from deep within the grass. From Somerset's blue coastline to Yola's quiet view, each church a living story of what the Lord can do. This road we share is paved with grace, footsteps of the faithful in every place. Through years gone by and those to come, the church still sings the kingdom drums. Hope is rising, love runs deep, Tasmania's calling, and the promise we keep. From the streets of Glenarchy to Longford's wide embrace, to Beauty Point where river meets grace, in Georgetown, the Trove, and Newstead's flame, we lift one voice in Jesus' name. In Westbury, Ridley, and Citywide's wide view, the mission keeps unfolding with hearts made new. From Summerhill to Devonport, Riverlands nearby, we see the faithful footprints that time can't deny. This road we share is paved with grace, footsteps of the faithful in every place. No turning back, just forward eyes. The harvest grows beneath these skies. Hope is rising and love runs deep. The church is alive, the promise we keep. Yes, hope is rising and love runs deep. This road we share, this road we keep.
That's a wrap.